Well, folks, okay, let's go on with the program here tonight. I want to welcome everybody. This is our May 25th program tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me. And I've got some really, really good information tonight. What I want to do is the first thing, I want to give an update of what's happening on the currency exchange. And then I've got some great, great news for people who would like to come into round one. I had a major shift and change this week. But first of all, it was last week I went ahead and drove to Sedona, and I met with some key people that was there, because now that I'm living in Texas, I can actually drive there, and it's one long day of drive. So I was there for 4 days. I met with some very key people. I met with some stuff that is going on behind the scenes, and that was very, very helpful. Okay? So let me see, Blanca, the message. Okay, so, but here's what we have that's going on that I can share with you, and I have to be careful. We have been told, and it's been confirmed by 3 different sources, that they have started paying the bonds. Now, that's all I can say about that, other than the fact that bonds go before the currency. We have absolutely no idea how long this is going to go on, how long it's going to take them to do that, and how long it comes to us. And I need to let you know the funders will never, ever, ever pre-announce the date of when they are going to pay the currencies. None of us know that, and it's for security reasons, because it's important to understand there's huge opposition to what we are doing. Now, I'll get into this in just a little bit, but you know, right now going on in Davos, Switzerland is the World Economic Forum. That's in essence what is called the Cabal Billionaires Club in so many words. And they are the ones that are basically in huge opposition. They do not want these funds being released. And I don't know to what degree, but there may be some attempts by them to try to stop it. What I have been told is they cannot stop it. They know they cannot stop it, but they can create massive disruptions to the process. Now, they may try to continue to do that, but as of now, that's what we're being told. They can't stop the funds from being moved, but they can create massive disruptions. So we need to keep ourselves in a minimal state so that we don't fall into the disruption process. Now, so the bonds are moving. The currencies might be moving after. I mean, they do. The currencies move after the bonds, but we have no idea on the timing. It could be 2 months. It could be 6 months. We don't know. And as I said, they never, ever pre-announce the date. We won't know it's going to happen until the day it happens. And that's for security reasons that they don't pre-announce the date. So don't ever, ever ask me, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Now, having said that, I want to share some things that are extremely important, and it's very important that you listen to what I'm going to say here. Because there is strong opposition to what we are going to do and the releasing of these funds, it's extremely important that you minimize and keep to an absolute minimum and only what is necessary your email communication with me. These guys are top-of-the-line professionals. They can hack into almost any email account they want to in the world if they really want to, other than some very top-line secure ones. But stuff like me, when I use my normal commercial email services, they can follow all of my email communications, and they do. They watch what I have to say. They watch who I communicate with, and if you're emailing me, you're coming up on their list. So here's what's important. It's extremely important you don't continue to email me, and it's important that you follow the instructions that I give out tonight. Because here's what's going to happen. They're listening, they're recording my program, and they're going to follow the emails, and they're going to look for people who can't simply follow instructions. And those are the people you can be fairly certain that they're going to target and go after. Why? Because if people can't follow simple instructions, and if they've got a lot of anxiety about when is the money going to come, when am I going to get my money, those are the people that they see as being very vulnerable for them to come in and take control over their resources, and if not themselves. it's really important, unless you want to make yourself a target by these cabal-based people to come after you, do not be asking me, when is the money going to come? When are we going to get paid? And I'm going to share something with you right now. Listen to this closely. The funders have just opened up the opportunity for me to bring in scores of new people in the round one of the currency exchange. What I am going to do, for those of you that are listening to this program tonight, I'm going to allow you to send me an email once to request to be in the exchange, and then trust the fact that I will communicate with you. Don't ask me when, if you're in, what's it going to be, etc., stuff like that. Here's what it's going to be. I can no longer take in the physical dong currency, but I can purchase the currency from my brokers because they have a large amount of it available. And you can then purchase it from me, and then I use that money to send to purchase it from them. And here's what it will be. There will be a maximum of 5 million dong. That will cost you $62 per million, so $310 if you want to do the whole maximum of the 5 million dong. And the dong is scheduled to pay out at $1.50 per dong. So in essence, for a $310 purchase, you're going to get a $7.5 million return. And right now, I have the opportunity to bring in scores of new people in this opportunity. I'm only going to say this one time here on the program. I'm never going to say it again on the program, but it's because it's going to go beyond the people who are basically going to be attending the workshops. I'm going to take the people as they come in order of their emails by date and timestamp. When I've run out of people that I can no longer take in, I will let the rest of you know through a single email. It's important to you that you only send me the one email and you don't send me multiple emails to communicate with this issue unless you want to become a target. Because here's what's going to happen. If you can't follow the simple instructions that I've just given and you start sending me multiple emails, you're going to the bottom of the list and you probably will not get paid. That's probably the way that it's going to be. So please understand that those are extremely important instructions. This only came up just recently this week. And what that tells me, now I'm giving you my personal opinion on this time, that we're probably very close for things starting to happen, because they didn't open up this opportunity to bring in a whole lot more until it's very close time for security reasons, because they didn't want a ton of communication going on out there on the internet. Now, I hope that is good. For you folks on Facebook, I would like you just to send some comments. It says, did you hear what I just said? Did what I said just come through? Okay? And what is taking place there? Because I'm having one guy that's telling me that there's no sound, and the others have told me, but yes, the stuff is coming through. So, yes, okay, thank you, Anna, I got you. So, folks, that's what's happening here now, and I just want to tell you that means things are getting very close. Now, why is this? Now, I'm going to shift from, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I will send this out to you in a YouTube video one time, so if you pick it up, but remember, the folks that are listening to the program live are the ones that are going to have the first opportunity. Good. No more. I'm not going to talk about the exchange anymore for security reasons. Okay, now, I want to shift over again to what's happening this week at the World Economic Forum. This is the week that I call that what is called the Cabal Billionaires Club, because that's exactly who they are. They are the ones that basically want to run and control this world. I was watching a video. Now, Klaus Schwab is the guy who heads up the World Economic Forum. And I was watching a video yesterday where he came right out and he said, we are the ones who set the policy for the world. We are the ones that create everything that goes on for the world. We are the ones that give the opportunity for people to be able to be a part of what goes on in the world, because we are the business leaders and the business owners that the masses go out there and they work for us. And let's come back to what this really means. What they are saying is they are the elite controllers who want this domination and control over this world, and the rest of us, everyday folks, in essence, are their slaves. They set it up so that we can work for them in their businesses, but they keep us in the lower strata of maybe middle class income, and yet they become the extremely wealthy and elite, and they control the agenda. Klaus Schwab has been on record publicly more than once that they have an agenda, and he wants to see 90% of the world's population, i.e. people like you and me, eliminated, because we are, in what the terms they use, useless eaters, and we're taking up the resources of the earth that is not necessary. This is the mindset that those people have. This is where they come from. The majority of these people, these powerful controllers of the World Economic Forum. Now, what I want to play for you is a short 2-minute video that came out of the World Economic Forum today that I saw about 4 hours ago. Let me play this.
They call it part of the fourth industrial revolution.
One of the features of this fourth industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what we are doing, but it changes us.
The very idea of human being some sort of natural concept is really going to change. Up until now, the conversation we've been having is around freedom of speech. Once we can access people's thoughts and access people's emotions.
The focus, as all of you know, today is on what's now called the Internet of Bodies, involving medical implants and other kinds of devices that go inside your body, and all together with the Internet as a whole comprise the Internet of Bodies.
The Internet of Bodies, or IOB, is actually an ecosystem. It's a bunch of devices that are connected to the Internet that contain software and that either collect personal health data about you or can alter the body's function. We think of the Internet of Bodies as this collection of all these devices as well as all the data that the devices are gathering about you. And in healthcare, Internet of Bodies has been around for quite a while.
So the Internet of Bodies, imagine the power of AI. What is artificial intelligence? It's a way to automate computation and cognition. So we can now automate learning, perceiving, doing computation. It's a pervasive general purpose technology that will be used in all of our industries, that will come into our professional networks, our private networks, our schools, our industries and our offices. What I wanted to epitomize with the Internet of Bodies is this notion that we will be under assessment, we will be under measure of computation in every aspect of our lives in the future. From what you eat, who you date, what you buy on the internet, how much energy you use, but also what are your vital signs, how well are you doing in terms of health, what kind of specific genetic quirks do you have, what's your genome telling about your health, about your mental health, about how well you are doing, how well you are aging, what kind of disease you are susceptible to.
It has a bit of an Orwellian twinge to it.
Well,
Okay, folks, if you just saw that, the Internet of Bodies is basically their gentle term for called artificial intelligence. And if you heard what they said, that they will have the ability to be able to know everything that is going on inside of you, as well as what you are thinking. This is called total domination and control, and turning humanity into artificial intelligence beings that the dominant people who have the resources, will control. I want to go back, and I've said this many, many times in the past, the recordings of the 5th Neruda interview, and this is exactly what he talks about. There will be a future of humanity, which is called Human 3.0, with 2 different versions. One, artificial intelligence. We just saw the people from the Economic Forum this week saying it's on the way, the Internet of Bodies, i.e., absolute artificial intelligence control using the internet over everything that we do, everything that goes on inside of us. This is completely losing our sovereignty as individuals, as full, complete sovereign individuals. Now, Neruda says artificial intelligence, transhumanist agenda, and the other is called the sovereign integral. Now, I would highly encourage you to go to the wingmakers.com webpage, and there's an 85-page paper on what is called the sovereign integral, who we are and what we get to do and how this works and what takes place and how we get to rise above as complete, sovereign, soul-based individuals. We get to rise above the power of artificial intelligence. And how does all this fit in with the currency exchange? Right now, we live in a world that what is called the common everyday folk, we are in essence slaves to the elite controllers because we can't really exist without our jobs, and they provide our jobs, and we work for them to make them wealthy and be in control. The release of these funds is the start of the process of us moving into a world of independence. We become independently wealthy. We are not dependent upon our jobs. We are in that place where we have the ability to take total control of our own lives, and we don't need their money. Now, please don't think that this isn't going to come across without opposition. Of course, we're going to try to bring opposition to it. But the purpose of the money, don't think it's to make you be comfortable, to let you be wealthy, and let you be in a place where you're secure and great, because the world is going to change. They won't allow you to do that and be in that position without you staying under their control. The money is designed to allow you to be independently wealthy, to do the work, and learn how to become the sovereign integral, because human consciousness will always triumph over any type of artificial intelligence. It always will, but it means we have to be in a state of mind to understand that and to take control of that so we don't allow artificial intelligence to control us. But we just saw their agenda with that little 2-minute clip. They are ready to move into that type of a situation. So folks, I think what I want to do on the program tonight is I think I'm going to leave it right there, because we're having again some communication problems that they say it's not always coming through, and I want this to be a shorter program so that people will basically spend the time, listen to it, and not get bogged down by a larger program, because we've only been on the air for about 25 minutes. I've said everything I wanted to say tonight, and I think what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to take any calls in tonight, because I want you to hear what I said earlier about the exchange and your opportunity to come in, and then I want you to take note to what the World Economic Forum folks, the cabal folks, just said, and the power and control that they want to be able to take control through artificial intelligence of our lives and our ability to rise above that. So with that, I want to thank you everybody.